Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. Welcome to the full moon in Libra reading. I'm actually recording this while the moon is in Virgo, and they were very specific about me recording during the moon in Virgo. So I'm actually racing to get these done before the moon changes signs. So let's just see how that goes. So there's a very specific way that they asked me to shuffle today and to take the cards, and so it's very organized. I find it interesting. So there you go. You guys are running the show today. So we have this full moon happening at on the 5th or the 6th of April, depending on where it is that you are in the world. So in the Eastern time zone of the U.S., it's at 12:34 a.m. It is at 16 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra. So 16 degrees. This is the sixth time in a row that we've had that happen at a 16-degree point, and so this is the harvesting energy within the sign. So what? Okay, I'm sorry I got distracted there because they're showing me the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so basically, when you're going through the major arcana and you get to the Wheel of Fortune, you've completed part of it. The wheel turns. There's the harvesting that happens with that death card, right? And then you begin the next part of the cycle. You know, it starts usually with the tower or whatever. So that's kind of, and it's interesting that it's 16 because that would be the tower. So that's kind of where we're all at. It's like assessing a situation. What did we learn that was of value? What is worth keeping? What has value now that you can use for something else? Wisdom, knowledge, or skills or something like that that you've gained along the way. And also what needs to be completely released, right? It's a full moon. It's the letting go. It's the last lunation. So a lunation is either a full moon or a new moon. It's the last new lunation before we get to eclipse season. And so there is a lot of value in this. Somebody else got this card, but it's funny that you have it. All right. Oh, boy. First off, we have the vast universe in the area to release. So we're going to go to the book for this because I want to make sure that I don't miss what it is that they're trying to say. But I think it feels like it's got a lot to do with understanding that there is a lot more going on than what is easily seen. So, the vast universe. You may find yourself feeling isolated and unable to resolve things on your own. Ooh. This is about understanding you're not alone. That it's okay to ask for help and that you don't have to be able to do everything yourself. Wow. Okay. So, you're looking for a connection and solutions, but things may feel pretty grim. It's important to know, however, that you are never disconnected from the divine consciousness or from anyone or anything in the universe. It is about your energy. So to be sure to release any fear. That's what you're supposed to release, is the fear. Release the fear that puts up walls or shuts down important spiritual and personal alliances. They're asking you to let go of the guard, right? The guard that we put around our hearts so that we won't get hurt again. Oof, that's tough. I actually am seeing a heart with barbed wire around it. Man. It's like the hot stove, right? You got burned once. You don't want to put your hand back on that again. For some of you, it may have taken more than once to make you put up such a boundary. It almost feels like someone's offered to help in the past and then you couldn't rely on them, or they actually did you dirty. And so it's almost this energy around, well, I can't count on anyone, but I can count on myself, so I'll get it done. That's what it feels like. All right. So do not blame yourself for past. Ooh, I love this. Do not blame yourself for past vibrations. That only separates you further. What is called for here is conscious intention to connect and to redefine yourself according to your divine legacy. That is where your true power, value, and worthiness come from. Your history and your future span the length of time. Open up to the truth and leave the old limitations behind. Shift to a deeper spiritual view of life. The solutions you seek will be illuminated by the divine light that flows to your willing heart. The affirmation says, the light of God fills me, divine consciousness guides me, abundant blessings of the universe flow into my life. You're being asked to trust. All right. This beautiful card here is called Perfection. It is number 17, though it's the star. So after that 16 degrees, we get to the 17, the star, the hope. I love it. Okay, so dream your passion, fly away. This is the opportunity. This is the energy to move into. This is what you should be clinging to, right? So dream your passions, fly away. Go through the hoop of your innermost fears and desires. Meet them and conquer them. What pain from childhood have you... I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with the lighting. What pain from childhood have you not dealt with? Move into the wound of your most recent secret fear. Move into the wound of your most secret fear and find the seeds of wisdom that are planted there. Face what upsets you the most, for it is a great teacher. Give away whatever is holding you back. And here's the things to release. They're going to give you more to release here, right? Give away your insecurities, your ego, your fear of failure, your fear of not being loved, your fear of being alone, and be reborn into a new sense of perfection. It's not about being perfect. It's about the perfection of love. And it starts with self-love. And it starts with recognizing that you are so much more than enough. And I feel like we have this conversation a lot, Virgo. But it must be really important because they keep bringing it to us, right? I have so many Virgo friends. I love your ability to see what needs to be done in a very orderly way and be able to put things in order. But I see how hard you are on yourself. And I think it's because when we're small children, and our parents, especially if you're of my generation, our parents were like trying to impress upon us how to be so great. You know, you had to do everything right. There's only one way. There's my way or the highway. There's the right way, and then there's everything else that's wrong, right? And I think that when we have strong Virgo placements, which I have a lot of, I think that what happens is that any little criticism, and that criticism could have been, here, try this, honey. Or it could have been, what the heck is the matter with you? How could you be so stupid? It could run anywhere in between. But it doesn't matter whether it's, let's try this way, honey, or you're an idiot. Whichever way it resonates in the Virgo heart the same as, I didn't get that right. And it makes us feel bad about ourselves. And that is something that has to be released, because the truth is, mistakes with the big old air quotes there, they're just learning and growing experiences. And there really are more than one way to do things. No matter what my sister says, there are more than one way you can fold towels. And so I think there's a need to look at the things that happen, especially things in the childhood, and see where you were judged harshly, and also where you were judging yourself harshly. And recognize, one, you're not that small child anymore. Two, you are entitled to do things your own way. In fact, you should be doing things your own way. You should be making your own mark in the world. You should be saying, oh, you know what? That's how you fold towels, but I have a way that I like because I think it's pretty. Oh, so so you have the dragonfly. Um, I just think that there's the dragonfly is hugely spiritual transformation. There is so much baggage that we carry forward from our childhood that right now this moon in Libra is opposing the sun in Aries, and we have the sun at 16 degrees and 7 minutes, right? But we have Chiron at 15 degrees and Jupiter at 20. And so it's already crossed over Chiron, still conjunct, and it's doing that healing of our childhood wounds that seem to be coming up a lot in these readings. And then there's the opportunity to really expand that healing, to really let your light shine out there as the sun comes into conjunction with that lucky, benevolent planet of Jupiter. And for you guys, this is all happening in your 8th house of transformation. So you have this opportunity to create this major, expansive transformation in your life, to really step into the knowingness that you're perfect the way you are. You really are. And it's not about whether everything you do is perfect. It is about understanding that you're having a human experience. But the divine love that you are a part of is where the perfection lies. You know, so like there's a bonfire, right? And that was called that divine source. And it kicks off all these little embers that start their own little fires. That's you. You're one of these little fires. And yet over here you're doing your thing and creating or destroying. Fire does both. It doesn't matter. You're transforming, right? But you are still part. You have the same properties. You are the same thing as the original source. You have all the same stuff. Try to love that about yourself, because it's amazing. When you really think about it, you're made of the same stuff as the divine source energy. And the divine source energy, we know, is love perfection. That makes you love perfection. So, this one says, old soul, insight, and talent. A higher truth guides me to live with freedom and grace. There is freedom in knowing that you're just doing this human thing here, but you're really part of the divine source. You're just part of that. Give yourself time to grow into your purpose. The later phases of your life will feel more graceful and empowered than the earlier, more frustrating phases of your life. And over time, you can develop your abilities and become a standout talent in your field. Be patient and apply yourself, because in due course, outstanding skillfulness will come from your efforts. And so I'm not saying don't work hard and don't perfect your skills. Just have grace for the process, right? So give yourself permission to change direction whenever you need to, so that you can stay true to your path. You have the inner vision. Even when it differs from the usual way of approaching life, it's still your higher vision, and you should trust that. And then you have the card of sodalite, the gemstone sodalite. This is third chakra. This is your truth, but it's also third eye energy. So it's really connecting with your higher self, really understanding that your truth is going to come out, and your truth can be expressed verbally, and it can also be expressed through your creations. So I sail through life on calm, nurturing waters. I'm at peace with myself and the world around me. This vast universe is nothing but love. And when you find that and you bring that into your heart center and you really hang on to it, then you're excelling at everything you came here to do. That is the most important thing you did, was incarnate to learn how to love yourself completely and unconditionally. So release the anger and increase harmony. It'll help to reduce inflammation in the body. Inflammation is trapped energy in your body. There's a lot of things you can physically do to do that. Corn and soy will increase inflammation in your body. Avocado and olive oil will help to decrease the inflammation in your body. So there's simple things like that. Too much sodium increases the inflammation in your body. So check your diet if you're feeling really stiff and sore, like your knees hurt when you walk, especially if you're climbing upstairs. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. The fact that that came up seems important. Improve your inner knowing and calm and increase mental clarity and your emotional balance. And this just comes with, there's beauty in chaos sometimes. I know you're going, what? Okay, so there's a new way of looking at things. There's an opportunity to see things in a different way. So just imagine that that your life is a laundry basket full of clean clothes, and you toss them onto your bed. And then you're going to go around folding them and putting them away, right? I know you will. You may have probably... Okay, Virgo, let's not talk about the fact that you folded them as you took them out of the washing machine, because I have a lot of Virgo placements, and that is the way I think you should do that. But let's just say, okay? Let's just say you dump them out. Well, here's an opportunity. Because when those clothes all tumble together and they fall, you can look and go, oh my God, I never thought about it. But those two pieces of clothing look really good together. I should probably wear them together. And you may find there are new ways to do things and new ways to view things through a little bit of chaos. So have some fun. Right? All right, guys, if I don't know if you found anything useful in this at all. I feel like Spirit brings you the same message on a regular basis, and that is that you guys are so amazing, and the world needs you and your skills. But what the world needs most is for you to let your light shine with love of yourself, because your joy and your happiness is what actually helps to illuminate and empower the world. That's what we really need, is everybody to love themselves. And your skills and your gifts, they're amazing. They really are. And so I do think there's a balance to be found in it, right? Virgo's about finding the balance in our daily routines. And so part of that is self-nurturing and self-care. It's about finding joy and happiness, and also doing the work, right? It is also about doing the work. Let's be honest. All right, you guys, I hope you did find something of useful information here. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. I'd really like to know. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. I'm on Facebook every day. I really get into the astrology most weeks over there. This week was very channeled messages coming through. There's a lot of deep stuff that Spirit's bringing in, I guess, as we're getting ready to head into this eclipse season. So check that out over there. And you guys take great care of yourself. I mean that. I'll talk to you soon.